agreed that first, this food security or insecurity need a lot of attention and intervention and policy. And that's why we are discussing first of how we are going to improve or correcting the supply disruption. First, trade policy and protectionism should be removed in order for us to be able to address or creating or facilitating the flow of this food from the production site or countries to the country which is needed. And that certainly is a very strong signal from all of us. The second one, we also need to alleviate the shortages, including in this case, fertilizer. And from this seminar, we actually collecting what is the initiative which is being proposed by many countries and international organizations. And basically there are quite a lot of this initiative. So this seminar is collecting all this initiative. We do hope that this is going to be then can be implemented when we are going to deliver this. From seminar usually we can come up with a recommendation. The recommendation then can be proposed to become an action. And that's including some initiative on how some country or international organization is going to step more in addressing this issue of food insecurity. For example, like the World Bank is going to use their resources to support many countries. IMF, in this case, Pak Peri can say they have the mechanism in place to support, join IMF, World Bank, in this case, to use their financial power to support the countries in need to get, especially if they don't have resource like money to import food when they are in a very difficult position. We are also addressing the issue how can investment can be increased for the food security, whether this is in the form of fertilizer or opening the farming. And this is one which we are trying to then establish the discussion that can identify action needed to correct that. Just like in a joint health and finance, in which we can also come up with a very concrete action, for example, establishing the FIF, we are also thinking to establish the same joint finance and agriculture ministers so that we are going to be able to also come up with a more concrete step or action. So these are all some of the very concrete. And that's why the communication that we are going to issue, to share with you in the media, is going to be 14 paragraphs. That is the result of this 2 days meeting. Most of the paragraph is actually supported by all members. Only 2 paragraphs which is we describing what is differences. So of course we are actually putting that within the context that on the one hand this is reflecting of all this member view. On the one hand there is still an issue that they cannot reconcile, yet within the context of G20 finance track we are actually focusing on the finance and economy, central bank, fiscal, monetary policy, economy, inflation. But we know that each country have an issue that they are also have the stand which is cannot yet be reconciled.